So, blessed Sunday. I look like I'm sitting here with like a little hat on my head, right? It's kind of a weird scene. Cucaracha. Yeah, I don't know. That looks weird. It's a pretty lamp, but it looks like it's sitting on my head. It's a strange thing. Well, we'll get over it, right? All right. So, what are we talking about today? There's a lot going on, and that's why I titled it, Can We Take a Break Yet? Because we just started a new moon. So what is a new moon? A new moon is where you can't even see it in the sky. It's pitch black, right? Pitch black, right? So it's kind of like hiding because it's like a seed being born. So I've been studying, I've been listening to different astrologers online, and this one astrologer, she expressed it so beautifully. Like that the new moon is like a seed that you plant. So we just started. So what do you want to grow? What do you want to grow that's so beautiful in your life that you want to change your life, enhance it, manifest just wonderful goodness. I think of like an apple pie with vanilla ice cream on it. So what do you want to manifest in your life? What do because this is a really good time too. It's like there's always a north node and a south node. So the south node is where you flush the toilet. So what do you want to let go of, right? What do you want to let go of that you don't feel like that it's not a burden and you loved it maybe, right? And you still love it, but you feel like something else is calling me. I mean, I'm going through that right now, and I feel like can I take a break yet because the energy, breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out from your gut. Always feel it around your navel. You want to contract your navel when you breathe out, not up here in the lungs, because that shows you're tight up here and that chakra's stuck. So when you breathe in and breathe out, you breathe in and breathe out through your navel. That's why the Buddhas were always looking at their navels. Remember the breath, the deepest breath. They always say take a deep dive. I hate that expression. I'm so bored with it now. Everybody copies it. It's like, I used to say that to my 7th and 8th graders like about, I don't know, 11, 15 years ago. Don't go down the rabbit hole. I even bought a door stopper to stop my door from opening, and the 7th and 8th graders would play tricks on me, and they'd put my rabbit in the garbage can and hide it. And I'd stand there, I'd go, you better get me my rabbit out of my garbage can, or you're going to be in deep trouble. You're going to be down a rabbit hole. And then they would always give it to me. So yeah, I hear that expression all the time too. So this energy has manifested tenfold, maybe even more than tenfold. I think we're up to a 12 or 13 right now. So yeah, so it's really manifesting your time, what you want to do under the new moon. What do you want to manifest? And you know what? We get help here. We get help because we have Mars and Virgo in the 6th house. So Mars and Virgo, Mars and Virgo can be intense, because it drives you, right? Mars is the driver, the engine on the train. Okay? I like that analogy, the engine on a train. Mars can stir up some diseases, but in a way, we have to look at the diseases and how we can heal them. And the different aspects we have this aspect with the stars. Okay, so get ready. Maybe you guys should get a glass of water because this is kind of a heavy concept. And you have to like really open your mind for this one. So you can get a glass of water. I'll probably get one too. But I'm going to clear us a little bit because this is kind of intense. It's a new moon. So I'm going to clear us first. So Mars in Virgo. See, Virgo, okay. The reason I'm talking a lot about astrology right now is because I had a request from this very dear person at my school. And she had a request for more astrology, so I'm going to kind of expand that a little bit. So when I get a request, then I will focus and expand it more. So right now we're going to focus on astrology. And you know, I'm glad I'm going to focus on astrology because I finally made a decision to study Vedic astrology. I finally, I was like thinking like who I want to study with or who I want or what I want to study. So I do want to study Vedic astrology. I finally made a decision. And why do I want to study Vedic astrology? Because right now Mars is in the constellation of Virgo. And Virgo is the human being with the head. Okay? So it's very earth, but it's very mercurial. So Mars is causing a lot of destruction on the earth. I don't know how else to say it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Mars can cause a lot of destruction on the earth. So we don't want that to take place, right? We kind of want to calm down Mars, the energy of fire. That's going on too. Wind and fire, right? Wind and fire. So a lot of wind and fire is being steered up. Steered up. Okay, so the elements, and I talked about this before, are angry with us. They're angry with us. You know, how we're leading our lives. So we need to do a meditation today about that. And we need to do a meditation because in my coffee cup, I see a large, it's almost like a tree of wind. It's almost like a tree of wind. That's what it looks like. This hurricane. And it shouldn't be a tree of wind. It should be a tree of life. And it's stirring up the oceans, stirring up all the water because I see the fish kind of jumping out of the water. So we need to meditate. Okay, so there's also someone meditating in a tree. So if you can get out to nature and meditate, you'll benefit yourself and you'll benefit others. So now I'm going to pay more attention to my coffee cup because at first my dear friend on the other side, she used to read Turkish coffee grounds all the time. And I said, you know, I always compared myself to her and I said, well, I'm not as good as her. She's really, really good. I mean, I couldn't even see half the stuff she saw in a coffee cup. But then later I started to see it. And I've been talking to her sometimes, and now she's starting to show me more coffee. So she's becoming more of a guide on the other side. So in the coffee you'll see this huge windstorm. It's all those little black dots in the center. You know, it almost looks like yin and yang, doesn't it? Yin and yang, right? Wind and fire. So wind and fire is going on our planet. And here in this one you can see, and I'll show you why, there's a lot of fire going around too. So we have to do this other thing. We have to, okay, let me get back to the point. We have to meditate on these horrible storms that are approaching our planet right now. We can't just sit back and say, oh my God, they're coming again. We have to talk to them. And we have to calm them down. You know, everybody's talking about calming, have a calming center in your classroom. And that's good. It's really, really good. But we also have to put out and emanate a calming center in our body. So we come first. So that's what I saw. So that was one coffee reading that she gave me. So wow, it looks like a huge giant umbrella, right? So we have to talk to that and say, okay, wind, take a breath. I'm sorry, wind. I'm sorry, air, for all the times I polluted you. We have to ask for forgiveness. We have to talk to the elements. There's supposed to be these like little sprites or little spirits of the elements. I haven't really seen too many of those. So I hope you have. So if you have, God bless you. But yeah, so there's going to be, okay, there could be, let's put it this way. There could be a lot of flooding with this one. So we're going to put that in our meditation. Okay, we're going to put that in our meditation that we want to control and talk to the the water. We have to talk, and so I picked out a crystal. Maybe I need to move on to a crystal. Before I move on to a crystal, though, I'm going to take a breath and blow it out. Take a breath and blow it out. Take a breath and blow it out. We're going to do a quick little meditation healing here, and you're going to feel your body vibrate. So what's been vibrating right now in my body, well, I go through a lot of different things, but what's been consistent in my body right now is that we need to make connections to the elements. We need to pray and meditate for the elements. Not too many people have talked about that. So, not just go, oh my, here they come again. Here come the hurricanes, here come the fires. Okay. So when we talk to the elements, we're also talking to the planets, the people on the planet. We're elements on the planet too. So we have to talk to ourselves too. We have to talk to ourselves and say, what can I change? We have to own it. Oh, my birds are getting restless. They want me to go out and feed them. You know what? They can hang out for a few minutes. Because I've been wanting to do a meditation for a while, so we really need to do the meditation. So what we're going to do right now, let me just reflect. Okay, guys, we are ready in meditation. So I guess it's a talking meditation. But then I also want to do a quiet one. All right, so what I want you to do is take your energy and rub your knees and kind of rock forward. I want you to massage your knees on your left knee to the left and on your right knee to the right. You're making circles over your knees. Why are we doing this? What's the purpose? To ground ourselves. So I like the fact that Mars is in Virgo. It's very grounding. We're connecting ourselves with the earth. So, it makes sense that we would connect ourselves with the elementals. So we need to work. And then what I want you to do is take your fingers and then massage around your knee on the lateral side with your fingers. You can use a crystal too. If you have a special stone you like to work with, yeah, I should keep that dolphin stone handy. So yeah, so it can stir up because it's in the sixth house. It's in the sixth house. So in astrology, you have your planets. I can teach you that. I'm not proficient in astrology in any way, but I do feel into their vibration. So in the sixth house is a house of healing. It's the house of diseases. So we want to think about and send energy also to the sixth house, because this could also be a time of amazing discoveries, amazing healing discoveries. Okay? So Mars, okay, so Mars in Virgo, and we're in the sixth house. Are we rocking yet? Are we rocking yet? Okay, so that's where we are. So that aspect, I guess it's going across and it's shaking hands with the eighth house. And the eighth house is kind of a strange duck. It's very intense. It's a sign of the infinity, where the energy goes around. Kind of like your kundalini. Yeah, maybe I'll do some kundalini work today with you guys. Well, we see what the universe brings us for my meditation with you. So yeah, so we have to get to the meditation here. So we're going to look at one more thing. The reason why there's so many fires, and that's why we need to talk to the fires. So when I title this, can I take a break yet? Yeah, we can take a break. Where do we take a break? Mars in Virgo is really helping us clean our homes, beautify our homes. It's really sped up the energy in the physical world. And that's okay. You know, if you want to let go of something that you've had in your life and you enjoyed it and then you said, you know what, it's time to move on. So yeah, so I think to let go. So I mean, this is a good time to let go of things. So, you know, for the better, to lighten our space in the world, to create more space in the world, because we might be moving now in a new direction. So the fire, instead of being put into anger, because some people are very angry. Some people are very angry right now. I want you to focus on your lower back, that triangle called the sacrum. It looks like an arrowhead pointing down, goes into your coccyx. I want you to focus there and see if you could get any kind of vibration going. I don't want you to force it. Allow the spirit to move through you. So Ashtar is here today. Maybe he'll give us some interesting messages. All right, so now we're moving our energy field up. Why are we doing this? We're cleansing our chakras. You also might feel some energy looping through your pointer finger and your thumb. And you know, in some countries, they go like this when they point. They use their thumb. Isn't that interesting? I forgot what country that was. Oh, darn. I don't know which country it was. So they use their thumb for pointing. So right now you're going to take your thumb and you lock it to your pointer finger, okay? In your hands. Open your palms. Okay, so you want to receive your healing energy. All right, so what's the healing energy for today that I'm going to be emitting as we go up through the chakras? You know, if you have any questions, you can always send them to me in the chat. I'm not sure I will ever answer them, but maybe I will. I don't know, because like I'm still learning about technology. You know, that's not my strong suit, right? You know that. So that's not my strong suit. The meditation, the satsang, the healing, that's my strong suit. All right, so I'm going to read you a little spiel. And, you know, I'll hold it up so you can take a picture of it with your camera. Okay. Today we're going to meet a crystal. And we're going to use this crystal to heal our lowest chakra. The one that looks like an arrowhead. The one that we are going to vibrate into and maybe spin in. So you might feel a vibration in your lowest chakra. And just let it do its thing. Let it rock and roll. And you might feel it, the energy kind of spiraling up, okay, through your other chakras, and that's okay. Because we really need to get the energy moving, and we need to get our bodies cleansed, our chakras cleansed, because we want to heal the earth. We want to heal the elements of the earth. We want to work in that capacity. And you know, as we heal the elements of the earth, we're going to heal. What are we going to heal? We're going to heal ourselves. We're going to heal the people. Okay, so now, we're going to do a little meditation, and then I want to connect you to the stars, because remember there was a request from one of my lovies that wanted to know more about astrology. So I really want to make sure that I end with something connected to the stars and the pyramids. So, but before we do that, we're going to do some healing for ourselves, because this is the time that we need to take time for ourselves. I had this very stressful day at school. I mean, it was bittersweet. Let's put it that way. It was bittersweet. And I came home feeling kind of drained, right? So I went into meditation. So this is, and then it was so wonderful because I scheduled a pedicure for myself with this one lady she's been doing my nails for over 15 years. I don't get polish. This is for the women out there. I don't get polish on my nails anymore because when I did, it used to crack my nails, and I used to get like really rough heels. So I felt like the poisons from the polish were going into my feet because by your toenails in acupuncture, you have these areas are called the ting points. Okay, and you can put energy in the body through the ting points for those acupuncturists out there, and you can take energy out of the body. So I just stopped getting polish. So that's just my personal opinion. All right, so now we're going to get deeper into meditation. I love the fact that I'm on Facebook here. I just love it that I'm not on my phone because, the phone is very strange. They charge me all this extra money to be on the phone. All right, so I'm sorry about that. I had to move the camera angle. I had to get in position here. All right, so let's look. So we looked at this one, right? We looked at the elements of the earth, the water, the wind, right? The fire. Now we're going to look at fire. So she gave me another coffee reading. I feel like Tanya is working through me right now. Thank God. She's helping us out here. Okay. So actually I have 3 aspects with coffees. This 3 is a fairy tale number. 3 is the magic number, guys. 3 is the magic number. All right. Then, so when you do a coffee reading, you start doing these for yourselves. You'll probably get messages. If you're listening to my channel, you're probably intuitive already. You probably pray and meditate already, and work with crystals. So yeah. So, all right. So here we go. This is another aspect of the coffee reading. So what does that look like to you? So remember I said it's a new moon? Okay, so it's a new moon, but now we're moving towards a full moon. But in that white portion, that looks like, okay, the white area to me, and you can kind of read it however you want it, this is my interpretation. The white area is like a burst on the sun. So that's why we're having all these solar flares. Because what's going on? Oh my gosh, I didn't get that realization till now. All right, so let me share with you my own realization as I'm speaking with you. This is why it's good to have an audience, somebody to talk to, because when you put out your message, you get other messages. Okay? When you put out a healing for someone, you get a healing, what is it, 10-fold, 7-fold? I think it's up to 13-fold. I don't even know how you can measure it anymore. I think it's just you're blessed. You become blessed with grace. So yeah, so we have to pray and meditate for the element of fire because now the sun is angry. The planets are getting angry. We have some angry planets going on. So I decided I want to study Vedic astrology. Yours truly is going to go to school to study Vedic astrology with Jodi Patri. I already decided. So I've sent out a message to Jodi Patri. I don't know when that's going to happen yet, but it's going to happen. All right, so here we go. Before we get to the last cup of coffee, we're going to look at it's a better camera. It's always good to have a great camera. Yeah, I found out I have an X in my palm of my hand, and that X means, see if you have an X in the palm of your hand. Sorry about that interruption. Okay, this coffee break. If you need your coffee, run to the bathroom. There is, and we'll go back to the crystal. See if you have an X on your lifeline. See you have an X on your lifeline. It's kind of like, okay, let me explain it. It's kind of down from this insert of the finger, and it's kind of down. Sorry, I don't know which way to go on camera here. All right, that way. All right, get it together on the lifeline. But there's like an X. See if you have an X in your palm. So down from the center, right, of this finger, between those two fingers. Well, anyway, just look at it, see if you have an X. I have an X in there. So that means you're tuned in. You have a chance to be tuned in and help more people because you're more intuitive. But everyone is becoming more intuitive right now, whether you have the X or not. But the X marks the spot of someone who's been intuitive, and I would think from a past life because it's on your lifeline. I'm not sure about that. All right, so we're going to be looking at, because remember, if all this fire is burning on the sun and it's combust, pow, right? We need to meditate on aquamarine. Yeah, think about the trees. Think about the ocean, right? Calm it. Calm yourself down with aquamarine. You can put it right on your third eye. You know, crystals, if you have a headache, there's crystals that you could put on your third eye that are very healing. I'll tell you why aquamarine is good on a third eye right now, and then we're going to do a meditation. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that Healing Earth Resources. The wind, what was it called? Well, anyway, let's move on. Here we go. So this is the beauty of it. And it should remind you of our beautiful oceans and lakes and rivers and streams. We have to stop making so much plastic. That's where it starts. You know, not just the recycling of it. We have to stop making so much plastic. Just stop. You know, we're wrapping. Okay, now I'm going to get on my soapbox. It's probably good that I'm holding aquamarine. I mean, why are we wrapping everything in triple layers of plastic? I have to use scissors to get the stuff open. You know, I was trying to decorate my room, right? My classroom. And I was trying to use like that sticky paper, contact paper, on this little shelf area. It's so cute because I thought I was going to have kindergarten to second grade. So I wanted to do like a little bit of an animal theme. And now I have fourth and fifth grade, which is okay. It's wonderful. I'm going to see some of my students I haven't seen in a while. So it's kind of good. It's kind of like we looped around. I'm looking forward to that. So I want to send out an aquamarine blessing to all the water, to all the hurricanes that are very angry right now. Water should be calming. Water should not be destructive. It should be soothed and calmed. And that's not what I see on the planet. That's not what we see on our planet. We got all these like vacuum cleaners sucking up everybody's houses. We have to stop this nonsense. We have to build, okay, for those architects out there, and I'm sure you're in other countries, right? For those architects out there, you need to start building dome houses. Right? Not concave, convex. Why? Because the wind passes over it. Wow, we got music with that one. It's important. Thumbs up, right? Yeah, so I look like, so that's pretty interesting. Thank you. Ashtar said he did that. He made that happen. That's cool. All right, so listen to the spiel about aquamarine. Here, I'm going to hold it up so you can take a picture of it. Wait, let me see if I can get it in camera. I think there, right? Yeah, and then you can just enlarge it. All right, so you guys should have that by now, right? All right, so let me read what it says here. A stone of courage and expression. This is Leo still. We're still in the month of the lion. Stone of courage and expression. This is the time of the lion. Okay, this is what I understand, and if I'm wrong, anyone can correct me out there. But what I learned is Arcturus, a very, very bright star, is in the heart of the lion. Okay, this is going to get a little heavy. It's the heart of the lion. It's being activated. Courage and expression. But how do we express ourselves? Where do we show courage? We show courage for ourselves first. And we express in a meaningful, loving way. If we go into our heart, Arcturus, which is activated as courage right now, we need to speak the truth now. We need to heal now. It is used to open the throat chakra. Speak your throat. Throat chakra. Speak your throat. A root chakra. Acupuncture points. All connecting in the throat chakra. You can massage this throat chakra. See if you have any tenderness in your throat chakra. This is the time to release the throat chakra. Well, I just opened mine. Yeah, I find that sometimes I have a little bit of phlegm in the morning, so I'm going to try to take some herbs to clean that out. Allow us to speak what needs to be said. So this is not the time to stick your head in the sand, right? This is the time, and it's a new moon time, which is great. So you plant a new seed. Forget the old seeds. Flush that toilet in the south node. Flush that toilet in the south node. Let that stuff go. Right? All that battery, all that misery, all that, I don't know what. Whatever got us stuck, got our hearts stuck. Let that go. You have to unstick your heart. And allow your throat to open, because the throat and the, they say, okay, in Chinese medicine, they say that the tongue is the sprout of the heart. And it has to pass through the throat chakra. So we have to make sure that we breathe, because otherwise we get stuck in here, right? We get stuck in our lungs, and that's why a lot of people have asthma. They have to unstick the lungs and the throat, and they have to breathe from the Tanyan, the navel. Aquamarine is a stone of flow. Think of water. Think about healing our precious water. It's a stone of flow and connection to water. It brings peace and calm to those who use it. It helps to open to change by aligning your spirit to the actions you take. Also aligns actions with the higher heart, where the soul's wisdom resides. I like that because it's not just allowing your blood, your flow inside your body to calm you, calming your nervous system. It helps us to open to change by allowing our spirits to the actions we take, right? Aligns actions with the higher heart. That's nice. Where the soul's wisdom resides. So yeah, this is such a beautiful, it's a beautiful, beautiful stone. Wow, well this would be kind of cool, right, to make a necklace out of it and hang it right by the throat chakra. I don't know how I would do that. I would be afraid I'd crack it. I'd have to wrap it in copper. It's beautiful though, right? All right, so we're going to think about healing our waters now. Healing our waters. And last coffee reading, calming the fires, right? Calming the, it's all about calming. Everything is over the top, right? All the elements are going nuts. The animals, the bugs. I mean, we have to change the vibration on our planet. Put on some calming music. I put on Sam Cooke. You saw that, right? Well, I put that in my posting. I saw 6 people looked at my posting of my hibiscus plant. I'm giving it away. I want to give it to someone, but I haven't found anyone, so I'll probably just bury it in my garden, my hibiscus plant. I've had that plant for a long time because what I'm doing is I'm changing the dirt into these planters, and then I'm going to have fresh dirt put in, and I ordered like a lemon tree and a lime tree so I can grow lemons and limes in my home. Because it's always a good idea to have vitamin C, right? You have to have some fruit. So if you can grow something in your home, I would recommend growing some fruit. And then I'm going to try to grow some lettuce. All right. So before we do another very deep meditation, we'll start the healing, but I want you to look at the last coffee cup. So let's look at it. And I think this one has a message too. It's interesting how 1, 2, 3, right? Well, one was a coffee cup, one was the paper, and one was this coffee cup. But it's a 3-part reading, and 3 is a fairy tale number. They say people pass over in 3s. Like my daughter, my lovely daughter-in-law, her dad passed over, then her uncle passed over about 6 months before her mom just recently passed over. And now she's starting a new cycle because a child was gunned down in her school, at her playground. So sad. And the blood was still in the playground. 9 years old. It's always hard to lose a student. People don't know what teachers go through. There's a lot of less people wanting to teach now. It's not an easy job. Don't go in it because you think, oh, it's a big paycheck. You really have to connect with kids because some of them are in survival mode. We talked about that at our school. I'm so glad they're talking about it. What does that mean? That means trauma. They were traumatized on some level. And we have to be there for them. We have to be present with them. All right, so I'm going to move on because we need to do meditation. So let's look at this last coffee cup. Okay, I'll give you my interpretation, and as you look at it, you might get a different message. So, if you get a different message, you can always send it to me in chat, okay? So, this is what I see. Okay, this is what I see. Now, I don't know what you're going to see. So, in this coffee reading, I see our world surrounded in love. I feel like there's like angel wings around us. Not to say that it's not intense, but I feel we have divine protection. So open to that concept. And if you see something else, well, hey, maybe there's another message in there for us. So you could share it in a chat. All right, we're going to do some meditation because I have to do some chores. I have some helpers coming over and they're going to help me change some plants so I can bring my new plants in. So let me do a Reiki healing on you. I hope you enjoyed the coffee today. That was fun. All right. So yeah, if you can find some aquamarine, I would recommend. This is a beautiful crystal. You could probably find it online. It's so beautiful and so protective. It tunes in right now. Actually, I'm going to hold it when we meditate, but we're going to do a little Reiki. Isn't that pretty? So remember, guys, I want you to think about this Sunday. It's so pretty how refracted light makes a rainbow. So stay in your star center, right? Remember, it's about the chakra today, right? You have to speak your truth. It's about the throat chakra. That's fun. Let's see if we can get our energy up there, okay? All right, so I'm going to clear us first. Okay. Sit up as straight as you can with your feet on the floor. Okay, we're going right into meditation now. So you may feel some rotations in your lower back. Right before the lumbar connects to the sacrum. You can look that up on YouTube or on any site. So, yeah, so where they are connected down there. So your body is going to move around. It doesn't have to move around the same way my body moves around. If you're moving around the same way that my body moves around, that's okay. So we're going to be in orbit a little bit. We're going to be in orbit. And then you might feel your body vibrate. So right now you're opening up and releasing your lower chakra. It's like you're sitting in a rocking chair. Just allow your body to rock. Rock and roll, right? Rock and roll on a Reiki train. Yeah, so just rock and roll on a Reiki train. That's what we're on right now. Okay, we're going to breathe in. Okay, for those people that are new, we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth as we contract the navel area, the belly button. Okay? All right, let's start again. Okay, so another thing I need to tell you is that when you go into deep meditation, and if you're rocking your pelvics right now, you're rocking and rolling your pelvic, that's awesome, and your hips. So I'd like to know that if anybody's doing that. You could give me thumbs up sometime in the chat. All right, so let's rock and roll. Just allow your energy to move around. Okay, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, so good. We made it up to the shoulders, guys. All right, so we should be up at the shoulder level. That's good. Hey. We're on that Reiki train. Open up those chakras. So we should be in the heart chakra. And you know, you might see a green energy. When I see the heart chakra, I see more of a, how would you call that chakra? We're clearing the heart chakra. All right, now you might feel, that's good, 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 good. You might feel your body sway up and back like a willow tree. And you might feel some energy release in your lower chakra, like right around your coccyx. So as you feel that energy come up from your coccyx, you're just going to kind of let it flow up your spine. And then you kind of like just start to vibrate, kind of like a snake. Yeah, that's why they have the caduceus on the healing staff. I should get one of those. I should get a healing staff with a caduceus on it.